afternoon, everybody. It's pouring with rain outside today, so I thought, what should we do? I like to put our video out if I can, so I thought we'll have a look at the webcams. It's been a little while, so I thought we'll see what's happening on here. As you can see, it's raining. I've never seen anybody walking on this section. Oh, if by magic there is somebody walking. What are the chances of that happening? I've no idea how you go to that bit over there. It's probably all private anyway. Look at all those boats. A little bit of traffic going over Wroxham Bridge. All the swans are waiting for someone to come along and feed them. You can see there's somebody there on the right. Oh, they are feeding them. Hope everyone's okay. Oh, look at that, a couple of swans flying by. They've realised there's some food at the bridge. Oh, they're not stopping at the bridge though. Or one is. One's kept going. That was lovely to see, wasn't it? That's not me juddering camera. That's the actual webcam doing that. See, then it stops. Let's have a look at Potterheim and see what's happening there, shall we? So here we are. This is Potterheim Bridge, for those of you who don't know. I'm taking this from the Herbert Woods website. The green roofed building over on the right is the bridge pilot office, and also the little room you go, little office for the hire of the Phoenix Craft day boats. It's all very quiet on the river, isn't it? Let's go to the next webcam, I think. All the boats are ready and waiting for everyone to come and have their holidays. This one on the right looks nice, doesn't it, with the steps going up to the roof. I think because of the rain, it's keeping everybody inside. There's one more here we can look at. This is also Potter Heigham. This is the one that shows you far more of the surrounding area. Nothing on the marshes, no egrets or heron. About a week ago I was in Potter Heigham at the bridge pilot's office as I walked past to film the barges that were moored up, and as I was walking back to my car I spotted a great white egret right by the pilot's office. You don't see many of them, but in the last fortnight I've seen two. Probably the same one because it's been in Potter Heigham both times. This webcam should move on. The camera's got rain on it, understandably, of course. Look at that, doesn't that look lovely? I bet it's nice in those holiday homes. Be lovely to have permission to film in there, wouldn't it? I'm happy to film anywhere. Anywhere there's water. But obviously there's some places you're not allowed to go into because people are on holiday there, so, well, not this time of year, but when it's the holiday season, it's private in there, and understandably so. I don't want the likes of me in there filming. There's a couple of things I'd like to do this holiday season, things I haven't done before. I would like to do a spotter camping at campsites beside the rivers. I'd like to go to a campsite at Wroxham Ferry, and then I can watch the boats all day long without having, you know, morning, noon and night. I thought that might be quite good. And it's down on the marshes, so I can walk along and see what wildlife there is. There's 2 or 3 pubs locally, somewhere for my evening meal. Because I can't, well, I might cook, do it properly and cook at the tent. I might. And so, Wroxham Ferry, I thought I would do Clipsby holidays at Clipsby. I know it's not beside water, but it's the most beautiful setting, and it's where I used to go in the days when we had a trailer tent when our children were little. And so I thought that might be nice, but I'll go on my own. My children don't want to go with me. My son does actually have a big tent, and when I said I was going to go camping, he said, "Oh, you can borrow my tent, Mum." Well, it's gigantic. It's for about 8 people. How am I on my own going to put it up? So I think if I speak to him nicely, he might put it up for me, and I could stay there. And then if it's too big, I'll just get myself a smaller one. So Reedham, Clipsby, and Hickling has a site. It's not right beside the water, but it's not far away. And Dilham, that's the end of the Norfolk Broads, as far as navigation goes. And there's like a big stream where this is, so this particular site I'm thinking of, so people canoe down it. I thought that might be nice. Not that I'm going to canoe, I'd be in the water. And there was somewhere else, and I just can't think. I know there's Whitlingham Broad, so if you know any other campsites that look onto the river, do let me know, please. Stalham, I believe, has a campsite at the boatyard, beside the boatyard, so that's also an option. I just like to show as much of the Broads as I can, different areas. Of course, ideally, one of these little motorhomes would be lovely to camp in, wouldn't it? There's a campsite. Well, I don't know if it's a campsite or if it's a more a motorhome site and caravan site in Ludham. I need to investigate. That's just further along from the river. I don't think I'm into wild camping. It always looks lovely, wild camping, but I don't think I could do without my decent bed and a hot shower. Don't think I could manage without those. But the people who do wild camp right beside the Broads, oh, it looks spectacular. Of course, they can film the sunset, sunrise, right from the water's edge. It looks absolutely amazing. But I don't think I could do that. I'd love to be able to. I definitely think a motorhome would be lovely. Not a great big one, you know, you can get the smaller ones, can't you? Ideal just for one person to go out and about in. See it as a mobile bird hide. I use my car as a mobile bird hide. I've got everything in my car. I take it each time, and everything I need, including drinks and snacks and rain gear and sun cream. Everything is in my boot for when I need it. Plasters, the works. You'd be surprised how many times I've cut myself on brambles while I've been out on my adventures. Well, we're back at the bridge. Nobody about. I spotted in the week that Norfolk Wildlife Trust, they have started some webcams themselves at a couple of their reserves. They don't appear to be working yet. But for those of you who like wildlife, I'm going to quickly show you, because I think once they're up and running, they're going to be lovely. So I'll show you those now. Okay, so all I've done is put in the search Norfolk Wildlife Trust, and I put in webcams. So here we are, and you get this up. View all webcams. Cly Marshes, Hickling Broad, Ranworth Broad, Weeting Heath. Now I don't actually know where Weeting Heath is, so it's not in the Norfolk Broads though. Mind you, nor is Cly. So let's go to Hickling. Now when I looked the other day it wasn't actually on, but look, I think it might be. How lucky is that? So presumably we're looking for frog spawn here, or just frogs in general, or anything really. So you can see from the rain why I've not gone out today. People ask me why I keep my old phone. Well, this is for that exact reason, so I can show you different things. So there's not a lot happening here. Let's see if we can get the next one up, shall we? This is another webcam. Do you think he knows he's in front of the camera? I've got one of these trail cameras that are all the rage at the minute. I'd love to put it somewhere. I was thinking first of all I'd put it in some woods to find the deer and hares and things like that you all know I love. But it's got to be somewhere where nobody can see it and walk off with it. Then I thought it might be nice to have one along the river somewhere. But again, you don't want it to be spotted. So I'm undecided at the minute where to put it. It's going to be safe. Have you got any suggestions? I did think about contacting local farmers, which I will do. Well, it's lovely that this little black-headed gull is singing his heart out to us, though we can't hear him. I think it's the others near him that are making him make the noise. So you've got some more webcams you can watch now. Although I do know that the people who like the boat videos I do aren't necessarily lovers of wildlife. I just don't get that, because when you're out in your boats, you're passing the wildlife every day. You're so close to it. Yet nobody watches the wildlife videos. I can't believe it. The wildlife is just spectacular. That's why I'm out most days filming it for you, to show you and try and get everybody to think, oh wow, let's try and find it ourselves. But no, everybody prefers boats getting stuck under bridges, boats hitting bridges, water rage on boats, and boats hitting each other. Hopefully we'll be back filming that again soon. Or I will anyway. Right, let's see what other webcams they've got. This is still Ranworth Broad. And we're just looking at the Broad itself, which is a very lovely place to visit in summer. If you've not been, they have a floating visitor centre. And if you climb up some spiral stairs to the top part, you've got a bird hide looking over the Broad with the most spectacular viewing point. It's a huge Broad. So if you're ever moored at Malthouse Broad, just do the short walk along. It's about a mile, I suppose. You can either go up to the church and down the hill and enter the boardwalk and get in that way, or just follow the road. So you leave, there's a boardwalk for you from where the pub is, the Maltsters. Walk along the boardwalk, and instead of following the road up to the church, you turn right and you can get in that way to the boardwalk, and it will take you to the visitor centre. It's definitely worth a visit. I've heard, because there's a boat trip on here at Ranworth, which is really good, and I've heard that there's going to be a boat trip from Ranworth Broad to Cockshoot Broad, which will just be absolutely amazing. Cockshoot I have videos from, and that's where I filmed otters, and I filmed the kingfisher and the lilies. There's a bird hide there. It's definitely worth a visit, Cockshoot Broad. Let's see what other webcams we can find, shall we? Okay, so we're still in Hickling, and Hickling Broad Sailing Club. They have 2 webcam views. Now, for those of you who can remember when I stayed in one of the houseboats last summer on Hickling Broad, the houseboats are, do you see the little piece of land in the top left? Just a short distance along are the houseboats, but they keep them out of view from the webcam because obviously people are on holiday. So this view is from the sailing club. Well, both views are from the sailing club, but I don't think either are actually switched on, although is the camera's not counting down either. But they are 2 views that you can, 2 cameras you can watch. Maybe they switch them on once the sailing club's back up and operational. I've got another one I can show you now. Okay, so this is Rollesby Broad Sailing Club webcam. I don't think it's actually operational because the waves aren't moving. No birds are flying. Wonder if I tap it. Oh, no. There we are. So that is working. It's definitely working, but it's keeps stopping and starting. This is where sometimes I film the sailing from. I have lots of videos on the sailing from here. It looks absolutely spectacular. Lovely to watch, very relaxing. But there's nothing here. They're not out in the rain. I think they only sail at weekends. Let's have a look and see if the Martham one is on. I don't think it is, but we'll have a look. I think that's just switched on for when it's the Three Rivers race. But let's go and have a look. Martham, as I suspected. That's Acle. Acle one, not available. Martham, not available. Hickling Broad, which we were just at. Potterheim Bridge we saw earlier. Horning Sailing Club. Sometimes if you tap them, that makes them do something, work. To get all these up, you just go into Horning Sailing Club and they have them listed. And when it is the Three Rivers race, the Acle and Martham ones will be operational as well. These are nice ones when they're working. Let me just see if I can get them to work. Wait a minute. I can't get it to work, but this is the paddle steamer that is moored outside the Swan Inn pub on the water's edge. And again, I film from here too. I normally go, I don't know if I can point, from over there you can park and sit and watch. And if you followed this river further up, you come to Cockshoot Broad and Dyke and the car park. This is the other camera view. I think on the right out of view is the sailing club. And this is, we now have, I'm going to cough, wait a minute. So the sailing club is to the right and the Swan Inn pub is now behind and to the left. This is working actually, because those ducks just moved. So it's lots of photos rather than a continuous stream. So if there was something on the river, you would see it moving. I don't know why it's going in and out. I'm holding this steady to film. See, if I move it, that's me moving it. See, it just switched then, didn't it? So that's probably about all the webcams for today. I hope you've enjoyed them, and obviously you can watch them all on your phones or tablets, computers at home where you are. I've given you all the names of them and where to find them, so you can do that yourselves. I'll keep showing you on the webcams every now and again, so I hope you've enjoyed them, and hopefully it'll be sunny tomorrow so we can go out somewhere and go out filming together. That'll be fun, won't it? Not sure where I'd like to go. Restricted, you just can't go too far from home. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below where you'd like me to film. Not too far away, and it's got to be on the Broads. I can only go about, well, it's got to be, it can be Somerton, Potter Heigham, Martham, Thurn, Reps, Ludham. Probably just that area so that I'm within the range that I'm allowed to be in. Okay, so let me know if there's anything in particular, or if you just want the wildlife again. Anyway, until tomorrow, thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. Bye.